straight to the argument, what actually the argument is, instead of saying co-education is the studying together of boys and girls, right? So we are not going to tell the people that co-education, we are just going to tell that how can it benefit the specific region we are talking about. All right. After knowing your audience, you need to make an outline that this is how I will go about, right? Can we just have their opinions for a while? As Linda, are we permitted to take a 5-minute stretch break and I can communicate to them before we move to the stage? I can't see.
Okay, do you want a Q&A or just a break?
Okay, I can't actually see your class at the moment. I'm only seeing this presentation. So the person who is in charge of this, can he please remove the presentation for a while and so that I may see and get energy from your students?
Then during the 5-minute break and have a conversation. Very.
Aina, can you switch on your
Yes.
camera? So is Aina?
Turn on your camera.
Yes, stop sharing the screen. Okay, share. But the share.
So this is, oh yes. So the cameras are on now. So Aina, how's the experience so far? Have you ever attended any online session before?
No. Never.
So how's the experience? Do you think it's a good learning experience?
Yes. Yes, it is very informative.
Okay, good. So this girl in with the black scarf, the pretty one, Aina, can you hear me, beta? Aina. Yeah.
What's your name? You don't know my name.
Okay, you can even ask questions here. Just call them according to their color of the costume.
Students online, Aina, Batri. What's the complete name?
Yes.
Okay, so how's the experience so far? You seem to be too engrossed in writing and taking notes. I really love it.
Can you repeat the question?
Okay, Adi, how are you? Okay, so getting back to slides, I just wanted to this then writing stage. There is this writing stage where we need to know the 7 C's of communication in order to be an excellent communicator. Either it's in writing or it's in spoken form. It can be any kind of communication that we use in our daily lives. So these are the 7 C's that we are going to use in our communication. And these 7 C's are: number 1, clarity. We need to be very clear about what we say. If we will not be clear about our communication, we need to sort out what our argument is. If our argument will be wrapped in confusion, then definitely it's going to leave the audience in confusion. So we need to be very clear about what we say, what we write. So clarity, either in saying, either in speech or in writing, does make a difference. The second thing is conciseness. It needs to be really concise and to the point, right? If it's not going to be concise or to the point, then definitely it's going to stretch a lot, and it's going to waste a lot of time of the reader, on the part of the reader to understand. So if it will be concise and to the point, then the reader will get to know, okay, the subject matter revolves around this. Make sure that if you are writing a paragraph and you are adding too many aspects, then ultimately the unity of the paragraph will be lost. You need to make sure that after having read one paragraph, the readers will be able to give one word to that, that this is something the author has said in this paragraph. It means the thematic unity, that if I read your paragraph, I'll get to know that, oh, she's talking about the advantages of this thing. If you are kind of telling the disadvantages of something, just by reading your paragraph, I'll be able to gauge, I'll be able to conclude that this paragraph was about the disadvantages of this particular thing. All right. So it means that conciseness, brevity, because brevity is the soul of wit. If you are witty, if you are intelligent, you will use minimum possible words to crack a joke, to write a comment, to pass a comment. So it means that conciseness is there. Clarity, conciseness, concrete. Concrete again means to the point. That if you are talking about euthanasia, you need to stick on euthanasia. If you are talking that Western fashion can disturb our culture, then you need to focus on Western culture, and you need to focus on your own culture, that how is it getting streaked because of Western culture. Okay, so your concreteness and correctness. Credibility is something that is really important. You flip through the channels and you stop at one channel that to you provides the best authentic credible news. You similarly, there are people around you and some of them are very credible. Why are they credible? And you believe in their words because you say that all through their lives you have practiced, that they have been telling truth, they have been providing you with the factual details, and they had been providing you with relevant, factual, credible details. And if somebody exaggerates, then definitely the person will lose a kind of trust of the audience, and people will not trust him. Similarly, in writing, if you are a journalist, maybe if you are a content writer, maybe if you are an article writer, you will establish your repute by providing factual data. If your details are not factual, then people are going to lose interest. People are going to lose trust on you and in your words, that no, this person exaggerates and he provides the details which are not factual. So factual details are really significant. All right. Concrete, correct, coherent. Coherent means that it should connect the dots. You begin with a broader context. For example, if I tell you that in your institution, at your university, uh, is there an environment of growth of students? Then how will you tell me? Definitely you will begin by telling the general Malaysian context, that yes, this is what the gender contexts are here, this is how we see and we treat our women, and there is this there is no uh, parity between genders, and there is no patriarchy. In similarly, in our university, we are very respectful towards women, and there are seldom a case of harassment, maybe, or maybe there are no cases that deteriorate our repute as a graceful and as a decent university and as a nice university. So you provide data. You see, you need to be coherent, you need to tell the broader context, and then you come up and then you narrow that down to a specific one. After that, courtesy. When I say courtesy, it means that you will think that what has communication got to do with courtesy? It really has an important role. If you know that culturally it's inappropriate to wear shorts in an educational setup, in a learning environment, in a university where you are coming for getting education and knowledge, it is inappropriate to wear shorts. You can wear anything at your house, but for university there is a decorum. And if somebody wears that, it means that the person, you will listen to his or her communication afterwards, but you will definitely see his demeanor and his persona first of all. And for that, he needs to be courteous. He should come to your university in a way that is culturally appropriate and is acceptable by you and your university. So courtesy is related to communication. Similarly, if you belong to one religion, and you cannot by your words, you cannot afford to be disrespectful, discourteous for another religion. In your opinion essay, you will be using, you will not be hurting the sentiments of any minority class. It can be religious minority, it can be cultural minority, it can be people who are otherwise marginalized. So you need to stay courteous towards the people around you. Okay. So Aslinda, the girl who is sitting with you in blue scarf, can I talk to her, and can she tell me about herself? A pretty face she has got, mashallah.
Tell about yourself. Right. My name is Moira Istrina Vidimomo Istri.
Okay. Good to know. And beta, are you enjoying the session? Do you understanding what I'm trying to tell you?
Yes, I'm trying to understand. It's fine.
Okay.
English.
It will be afterwards. You all write just one paragraph, a reflective paragraph, and you share with your instructor, and she may at some point share with me because we have exchanged our number, and she can just take the picture of your reflection and she can share with me that this is something that she had got to say. All right. It will be a pleasure reading your reflections about this talk.
Okay, sure. We will write for you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so coming to the next slide, which is
Next slide.
yes, and it's using sentence starter. When we are writing persuasive essay or say opinion essay, we use certain kind of expressions that ultimately give an impression to our reader that this he or she is going to say something really important. If in the beginning of our communication we say, oh, let me tell you very interesting thing, you will be focused, you will pay heed, and you will listen to me carefully because you know that something interesting is going to come to your way and she is going to relate something that is really important. Or if I say, oh my god, once it happened that I cannot tell you, you know that something is really of an interesting sort that she is going to narrate. Similarly, to assert the significance of your opinion, you can use the expressions like it would be pertinent to claim, because you are going to claim something that is relevant to your context and that is really going to benefit people and that is really going to be digestible and that is going to be accepted by the people around you. Or you can say it can clearly be observed, it is extremely evident that, it can assertively be stated that, no one can deny that, ample research has been conducted about. I mean, if you are talking about any phenomenon that online classes is going to be the future of education, then you say that ample research has been conducted about the significance of online education. It means that you are giving reference to research that has already been conducted. It is the dire need of the time to shift to now whatever you are saying, whatever you are introducing, you can relate to that, obviously, that yes, we can shift to online education because, and then you can relate to that. All right. Then this important thing is that there are three pillars of persuasive writing. When we say pillars, we need to tell that there are ethos. If you are failing to establish your authority and credibility, no one is going to believe you. I mean, the ethical appeal to your writing, because whatever you are writing is correct and it does have some significance and it does have some credibility. For example, if I am saying that if you do not sleep in the night, you are going to have good health. Of course, I am unable to make my point clear because all through your lives you had been practicing that sleeping makes you feel better and sleeping is really necessary for your health. How come that you are going to accept that if you do not sleep, you are going to stay healthy? So it means that facts, if I will not be having ethos in my communication, then my reader will definitely skip reading me of my article in a while. Oh, this is not going to be in our canvas, in our bracket, you know. Or if I say that if you will stop studying and you will be successful in your life, the first argument is wrong, that studying makes you a better person, knowledge makes you somebody who is really acceptable in the society nowadays, and knowledge and wisdom and intelligence and brilliance and academics, these are all the voices of the day. How come that my first sentence is against these notions, right? So you need to begin sensibly. You need to have an ethos that whatever you are trying to convince the reader about, it is ethically correct, obviously, and it needs to be ethically correct. Then comes logos. It means that remaining logical. If I am telling you something illogical, that spend all your money and live this life and nothing is going to happen, you will believe that no, there can be economic crisis in the years to come, and how come if I spend all my money in 2 years, I'm going to be in rags in the years to come? So you see that your communication must be having a logical kind of connection in that. If you won't be having a logical connection, then definitely it's not going to be of any benefit to you. The last thing is pathos. It means that appealing to the emotions. Again, if you are playing with the emotions of the people by launching something, by convincing them about something, uh, it's definitely going to lose the interest of the people in your communication, right? So just consider that you are telling a minority group that they should not be respected in your society. It means that you are hurting the sentiments of the minority around you, and they are going to be your opponents, and they are going to oppose your arguments that no, this is not appropriate and this should not be happening, because you are emotionally not considering their kind of needs, that they are also a part of the society in which you are living, and how come that we not be focusing on their needs as a minority, right? So these three things, ethos, logos, and pathos, it means that you need to be credible, you need to provide information that is factual, that is logical, and that is emotionally not deteriorating to somebody. All right. If I say that yes, it's graceful to wear hijab and it's graceful to cover your head and it's a cultural tradition in Malaysia and every woman in Malaysia must do it, then it means that I must be having rational, and I must not target those who are not doing this. I must not disrespect those who are not doing this. I need to convince them. For convincing, you don't need to be disrespectful. All right. Okay, so next one is about the structure. And this is something where the students are baffled sometimes, right? Because when they, okay, so the structure is that you write an introductory paragraph, having a strong topic sentence. Now, what do we mean by topic sentence? Topic sentence is the attention getting sentence in the beginning. If your topic is going to be about the advantages of something, then your topic sentence will be that nobody can deny the advantages related to online education. Or if your topic is going to be about disadvantages of something, then you say that no one can replace the significance of a teacher in classroom. Yeah, I mean your topic sentence will shed light on what is going to come next. You don't need to really explain it explicitly. Implicitly, your topic sentence should speak for you. All right. And then comes the paragraph having strong arguments, as we had been explaining, that you need to provide evidence, you need to provide your context, that this is workable in your context. Evidence and examples to persuade readers, rebuttal, I mean the counter notion. You need to be aware which particular opinions are you fighting for. You have one opinion, the other section of the readers or the other section of the audience is having another kind of opinion. You need to respect that opinion that well as well. You need to have that opinion in mind as well. You need to be aware of that opinion as well. If you will be ignorant of that opinion, it's not going to be of any benefit to you. All right. And then comes the concluding paragraph. You are going to conclude your opinions in a very precise and concise way, that this is how people believe, this is how they have got to offer. This will shed light on you as an enlightened and open-minded person, that you know the other opinions, you know the opinions of other people about this product or about this thing. However, you believe that if they will change their opinions, they are going to be benefited. So you will provide their opinion, and then you will provide your opinion on that, and then you will conclude that this is going to be of benefit. I'm sorry. And then when you finish writing your essay, you will read the opinion essay critically. You will be your own reader. That if somebody reads it for the first time, what is he or she going to think about this? Then comes the focusing on the content. I mean, you must be realizing that there are no grammatical errors or structural errors or things. Then you will organize the essay. Again, if you see that this detail needs to come first and then comes this detail, then you can slightly organize or shift the things. And then revision, editing, and proofreading, because this is the important aspect of writing, that sometimes you believe that while writing in a flux or in a state when you are writing abruptly or efficiently, you sometimes miss certain things, or you sometimes repeat certain things, or there are repetitive patterns, or there are things that are not really workable, and that you can revise and edit at the end of the day. All right. And then thank you. Yes. This is all from my side. We can skip the presentation now so that we may see everybody.
Okay. Right. Thank you very much, Miss Nadia, okay, for such an insightful and interesting knowledge sharing there. All right. Okay. So let's start. I will open the Q&A session, meaning that anyone who wanted to ask any question, okay, you may do so.
Yes. Yes, please.
Writing opinion essay. Things that
Any question? Okay, while we wait for the question, can I ask one question first?
Yes, please.
The ethos logos, is that from Greek? Is it?
Yes, it's from Greek mythology. Yeah.
I see. What does it mean actually? The in Greek terms, if I might ask.
Yeah, for by logos, it's the Greek word for logic, and by ethos we means the sentiment, the kind of the ethos that the people have. So just dragging it and just bringing it to this persuasive context is just to see that this is how, because when Greeks were writing, and Euripides, Sophocles, and they were writing for the audience, and that dramas that they were writing, that was meant to be performed in an arena, and that was meant to be watched by the people right there. It was not meant to be read at that time. So it was meant to be performed so that the reaction and responses of the people there was quickly evident. So they were just sure that it must not be having illogical connections. It must not be having something to play with their ethos. I mean, with their sentiments, with their heartfelt sentiments, because they were there, present there in that arena in the Greek times, right? So this ethos, logos, and pathos. At the end of the day, you must have read that they were the ardent believers of catharsis, and they believed that the people would come, good happens to good, and bad things happen to bad people. So at the end of the day, there was appreciation for the ones who used to do good things, and there was regret for those who used to do bad things, and there was catharsis and purgation of your feelings. That was pathos. Similarly, when in modern times we are using these terms, it means that you must give vent to the pent up feelings. If you are having notions about certain thing, that yes, this argument convince my readers, and it may at the end of the day benefit my readers, then you give vent to your pent up feelings. And that's why I have just added these in my presentation.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Nadia. All right, I see someone raised their hand before. Is there someone who wanted to ask any question?
Sure, please. If they cannot ask, if they are not planning to ask questions, they can just comment. So everybody just need to pass one comment, and then we'll switch off. Just one comment every student. If we'll make it mandatory for everybody, they'll just pass one comment, and they can just pass on to the other students.
I see. All right, so you may write comments as well.
Yeah, feedback, right, Nadia?
Yes, yes.
Hello, Miss. Hello, Madam.
Hello.
The lecturing that you gave was really informative, and it's really helpful in a way that to write a great essay, a good essay in our exams. And that kind of structure of essay is really needed for the ones who are really willing to write good essays and all those kind of things. And you even shared many things about it, and you even related about the real life things that we are happening with the essay structures and all of them. You really related with all of those things, and it was quite interesting to hear all of them.
Thank you
And
so much.
it wasn't that boring. Yeah, it was really good. We all were listening throughout the without any boring or anything like that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Sabrina, have you got something to say? Any comments, Sabrina?
Yeah.
Luckily, I did not give her on the name list.
Alhamdulillah. You still can hear me.
I know. Okay, the
Uh,
girls.
yes.
All right. Okay, Sabrina.
Somebody raise their hand.
Hey, Miss Sabrina, where are you? Miss Sabrina, are you there? Yeah, you can turn on your mic. Oh, technical issues.
I see.
I see. Okay, Miss Sabrina. You can type. If you cannot open your mic, you can even type.
Okay, so somebody is raising hands. Can we please request that student to say something?
Okay, Adi. Okay, you miss.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I want to ask about one thing. According to you, pathos cannot be add, but if we add the emotions to the story, it will be more engaging, or it shouldn't included in the essay.
Sorry, I couldn't hear. I'm sorry. Shafiq, did you get it? If yes, can you please tell?
Okay, can you repeat the question? Adi?
Ma'am, I want to ask about one thing. According to you, pathos cannot be added in the essay, like emotions. But if added the emotion, it will be engaging to the readers. So it should be added or cannot be added.
You want
I
to
see.
ask? Yeah. So is the question about readers that why do we keep readers in mind or what? Shafiq, I'm sorry if I.
Okay, I think the question is emotion. Should we add emotion in our writing or shouldn't we add any emotion in our writing? Is that it? Yes.
I
Okay.
Yes, the logical connection is way too important than the emotional self because emotionally, if you had been going through an experience that has shaped your personality in a certain way, maybe the other person is not able to accept that emotion. For example, if somebody has lost his or her mother in childhood, definitely his emotions about motherhood and the phenomenon of motherhood will be different. And if emotionally taken and you try to convince the people on the basis of emotions only, then definitely your emotions towards that phenomenon, you are more sentimental towards that because of your experience. So maybe at point the people will not be able to relate to your experiences, but definitely they will be able to relate to your convincing thoughts if they are logical, and if they are more logical than more sentimental. So I give less weightage to sentiments and more weightage to logics.
Thank you very much, Miss Nadia, for the clarification.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right. Okay, so I think that wraps everything up for this global classroom session here today. I would like to thank Miss Nadia for such an insightful, sharing session, and to Miss Azlinda, okay, because arranging all of this, as well as all of you guys that actually participate. Okay, give a big hand of applause to yourself, okay, for yourself. Okay, because you participate in such a global event, right? Yeah. So thank you very much, everyone. And before we leave, all right, let's take a picture together. So I want everyone to turn on the webcam, right? And for the ones that in the classroom, yeah, you maybe can squeeze in a little bit so that everybody can be in the frame.
Okay, so I don't use it. Okay, wait, right?
Right.
Here the TV. Right.
Okay, everyone ready?
But not yet. Hang on. Wait.
Yeah. Okay.
Hang on, yeah. Right, guys, girls.
Oh,
Please stand in front. You will both stand. Can you sit here because we are supposed to face the camera like that. Right. Oh, yeah, you can stand. Hang on, Shafiq. We are
Pardon?
students.
Everyone's ready?
Okay, we will ask the officer here to take pictures, right? Shafiq also can take pictures as well. Right?
Yeah.
Ada yang
Duduk.
duduk.
Oh, okay. Okay. Pusing.
Okay. Ada yang duduk, ada yang pergi ya. Ya.
Okay, those that didn't have any background, okay, can you switch off your camera and then go to move to someone that have? Right, can.
Okay.
Right. Okay, ready? Okay. Back.
Right.
Back. Oh, can you move the back? Right and bottom.
Okay.
Right chair, table. Okay, how is it now?
Okay. Jaga-jaga wayang.
Alright, okay, ready?
Faster, faster.
1, 2, 3.
Okay,
Okey, buat freestyle sikit lah.
okay, please
Freestyle.
start.
Okey.
Alright, okay, thank you so much.
All right. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. With that marks the end of our session here today. Thank you very much, Miss Nadia.
Thank you.
Thank you,
all.
Miss Nadia.
Thank you.
Okay, Rama. Okay. Right. Thank you.